my name's Priya, I'm from Dietitian UK and I'm just going to show you today a really simple beef noodle broth. Really delicious and easy to make. So I'm doing this in order to highlight the really great benefits of red meat. So I've got here my beef. So red meat is a great source of iron, and we know that currently in the UK we've got a problem with iron intake, especially in teenage girls. So almost half of the population of teenage girls in the UK are not getting enough iron. Red meat is a fantastic source of iron. It's also a great protein source, and it contains B vitamins including B12, we've got selenium and we've got phosphorus in there. So really nutritious source of food this. So what am I going to do with my beef? I am first off going to just put it in a little marinade. So I've got some Chinese 5-spice here. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of this in. 1. There we go. So just put that down. And then I'm adding some soy sauce. So I've got about a tablespoon of soy sauce there. And I'm just going to give that a little mix in. So it's just coating that beef in the soy sauce and in the 5-spice, and then I'm going to add in some chilli. So depending on how much of a kick you like, you could leave the seeds in your chilli, you could take them out, you could not use the chilli at all. So I've got my chilli already chopped, just going to slide that in there. Try not to get too much of it on my fingers, because I'm quite renowned for rubbing my eyes afterwards. So this is just going to be left for all the flavours to infuse. So the next step of making the soup is I'm going to just switch on the cooker, and I've got some beef stock. So here I've got 1 pint of beef stock. I'm actually going to make it up to 2 pints, but there's the first lot going in there into the pan, and then I'm just going to fill this back up. There we go, and 2 pints of a really good beef stock going in there. Then I'm going to add my spices in. So I've got some already chopped up garlic, 2 cloves, and then I've actually grated my ginger. So top tip for you, I keep my ginger in the freezer and then I just pull it out as I need it and I grate it straight from frozen. Works really well. It means you've always got ginger to hand. Job done. So this is now going to come up to the simmer for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add ingredients into that. So I've got my stock with my ginger and my garlic, and it's just been simmering. I'm now going to add in my greens. So I've actually got a selection of bits from my garden today. I've got some Chinese oriental leaves. You could use something like pak choy, and I've got some broccoli leaves, but you could use anything green that you've got that's edible, or something like spinach would be great as well. So I'm just going to add these leaves in here. I've got 7 ounces, so it's quite a lot of greens in here. Just going to pop those in. It's about 120 grams-ish of those green leaves, and now I'm just going to leave that again to just simmer for 1 to 2 minutes. So I've got my stock with my greens here simmering nicely. I'm now going to add that beef back in. So beef's been sitting here waiting with the 5-spice and the chilli and the soy sauce. I'm just going to add that in now, and it's going to cook in with the stock. There we go, give that a little stir around, and then we've got a pepper all sliced up, so that's going in. Now you want to leave that to simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes. And then, nearly there, so really quick recipe. Remember, this is packed with iron, we've got protein, we've got those B vitamins, we've got the selenium in there, so really tasty, nutritious meal. Those spices are going to make it really, really lovely. So whilst I've got the beef in there cooking, I'm also going to add the noodles. I'm using these straight to wok noodles, so they're already pretty much cooked. So I'm just going to break them up and put them in. So if you're wondering how much red meat we should be having, or how much a portion is, you can actually have red meat up to 5 times a week if your portion size is right. It's all about those portions. So 70 grams is a portion of red meat, and it's fine to have that 70 gram portion 5 times a week. What is 70 grams? Obviously you can check the side of a packet, but also I really like the idea of you using your hands, because everybody's got a hand around with them when they're cooking, and also it means that it will vary from person to person. So a child's palm is going to be a different size to an adult's palm. So if you're thinking an adult's portion is 70 grams, what do I give my toddler? Use the palm of their hand as a guide. So the palm of the hand is about the portion size for red meat. In terms of different red meats, we've got our standard beef, we've got pork, we've got lamb. Also venison and veal are red meats, and then ham and bacon and sausages come into that category. So a portion of ham for an adult is about 6 thin slices, or it's 1.5 sausages. Okay, so I've just now got everything in my pan pretty much. I'm just going to wait for that to cook for just a couple of minutes. Smelling really good. So the last step now is to just add in some spring onions. So I've got a small bunch of spring onions. I'm just going to add a little sprinkling, so about a handful of spring onions, and then I'm adding in about half a handful of coriander, just giving that a little sprinkle. Now it's basically there now, so really quick. Great for a quick lunch. So I'm just ladling up a portion of the beef noodle soup now. Smells really, really good. And then I'm going to have it for my lunch. Here we go. I'll put a good picture of that up on my blog. You can see it's steaming hot.